powerfully moving, inspiring, shining a light in the darkness. Stay tuned for my review of the fantastic movie, Triumph of the Heart. I attended the opening night of the fantastic movie, Triumph of the Heart, and I'm left totally inspired and renewed to share this message of truth and hope. Triumph of the Heart is a true story of Saint Maximilian Kolbe, a Polish Catholic priest, and his heroic sacrifice in Auschwitz in World War II, when he volunteered to die in the place of a man with a family in a starvation bunker. The film is written and directed by Anthony D'Ambrosio and stars Marcin Kowalski as St. Maximilian Kolbe. I was so excited to finally see the film after months of hearing about the story and seeing the trailer. As a Knight of the Immaculata and a member of the Militia Immaculata that was founded by St. Maximilian Kolbe in 1917, I was excited to discover how this film would recreate the 14 days that St. Maximilian and 9 other prisoners were left to starve to death in the starvation bunker in Auschwitz. After 14 days in the starvation bunker, Kolbe and 3 other prisoners died by lethal injection. The guards were very hasty. They wanted to clear that bunker so they could make room for new prisoners. After the violent past few weeks, this film's message of hope and faith was just what my heart and spirit needed as I want to continue my mission to spread Maximilian Kolbe's message of mercy and forgiveness, good triumphing evil, light amidst the deepest darkness. I thought, first of all, the acting was phenomenal, and it was really the relationships that were formed during those 14 days between St. Maximilian Kolbe and the other prisoners. I think some of the greatest films are within really one space in time. The acting was phenomenal, and the relationships that formed between the prisoners and Maximilian Kolbe showed hope and mercy and forgiveness amongst all their different backgrounds. Some were atheists, some were Jews, some were Christians, and it really showed the power of St. Maximilian's ability to keep praying, keep singing. That was one of the things that he did, was to sing the Hail Holy Queen, and his particular devotion to Our Lady was evident in this movie. Even those prisoners that started out obviously being bitter and being overwrought with despair were brought to a place of hope and peace just by St. Maximilian's presence and allowing each man to receive his love in their own space and time. I especially loved the recreation of the starvation bunker, and the use of lighting was so beautiful, and it gave such a realistic feeling to what it was like with the change of weather, being so cold, only the light of the windows. There was a scene many days into their starvation that they heard the rain fall, and they all rushed to the window and put out their shirts, their prison uniforms, to catch the droplets of water, to wring it out, just so that they could get some source of liquid. There were actually even a few moments of laughter, of levity. So that was interesting to see that amongst this dark time, there was some snippet that possibly could have been shared of levity shared between the men. So what stood out to me the most about the movie was the hope that St. Maximilian gave to the prisoners that he shared the starvation bunker with, to those that could hear his voice singing as the other prisoners were walking past their particular cell block. They could hear that singing, and it touched their heart, as many people have testified that it was his faith and his hope amidst the deepest darkness, that people grabbed onto the hope that he had, and he gave them a sense of peace amidst the horror there. So I definitely recommend this movie. Don't wait. We have to support great Catholic films and Catholic filmmakers so that the studios and the theaters know that we are hungry for this type of content. So I'm linking below the link where you can go to see where there's a screening near you. And I encourage you to bring as many people with you as possible and share the story of St. Maximilian Kolbe. And if you'd like to find out more information about how you could be a member of the Militia of the Immaculata, I'll link it below. Have you seen the movie? I'd love to know. Are you planning on seeing it? Leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.